Hello everyone, I'm Lan Yuan. At the end of the third episode, we talked about the Da Bu of the Hou dynasty. He was in charge of 3 different divination techniques: San Shao, San Yi, and San Meng. Among them, Shao and Yi correspond to Bu and Shi in divination techniques, respectively. In the Chinese textbooks for junior high school students, there is an ancient text selected from the Book of Songs called Meng. There is such a passage in the Hooligan.
而古尔氏体无咎焉.
It means you go to divine, and also to consult the oracle. Both show that our marriage is auspicious. Without any ill omens, the creation time of MN dates back to around 2,700 years ago during the Chunkyu period. We can see that, according to the description in the poem, the ancients attached great importance to the results of divination. In English, Bu and Shi may have very similar meanings. But we should know that these are actually 2 completely different divination methods. Bu uses tortoise armor or beast bones. The ancients put the drilled turtle shells and animal bones, or burned with fire. When burning, the tortoise shell will crack due to uneven heating. These cracks are called hauen. The shape, direction, and distribution of the oracle bone are the key to judging good or bad. What Da Bu has mastered, technology known as Hao, it's actually how to read these cracks. Shi, on the other hand, uses shikao. Yarrow is a perennial herb of the compositae family. The stem is straight and tough, which is believed to have psychic abilities. Get the result of divination by means of yarrow calculus. We classify it as Yi. The 3 changes mastered by Da Bu mastered are Lian Shan, Gi Zhang, and Hou Yi. Among them, Lian Shan and Gi Zhang are still in a lost state, although there are some modern materials, but it is not enough to support it like Hou Yi to derive a complete discipline. The 3 methods of Bu, Yi, and Dream mastered by Da Bu, in layman's terms, divination, oracle consultation, and dream interpretation. Speaking of the 2 methods, Bu and Shi, in terms of age, Bu is older. The Shang dynasty people especially preferred to use turtle shells or animal bones. It can be said that from the kings and nobles to the common people, the 3 most important things in daily life were eating, sleeping, and fortune-telling. The range of their divination is also very extensive, including agriculture, war, disease, sacrifice, marriage, to the production of domestic animals. Whether it's suitable to go out today, let's take a look at an oracle bone inscription from Wu Ding. A complete oracle bone inscription usually include 4 parts: soothsayer recording a certain day of a certain year, the place and the person who divined. Ming Ci states the matter being divined. San Ci a merchant or a wizard judges auspiciousness based on the divination line. Yan Ci records whether the result of the divination was verified, because some rare characters cannot be presented through current input methods. So please look at the picture. The general meaning of this oracle bone inscription is, King Shang divined the next 10 days. Whether there would be disasters in the next 10 days. The result was that there would be disasters. 5 days later, there was indeed a disaster. Report. The report said that the country of Tafan invaded our east and captured 2 cities. Another enemy, Jiang Gefeng, invading the west of our country. We collectively refer to such written records as oracle bone script. The discovery of oracle bones is a very interesting story. In 1899, an antique dealer sold oracle bones and was awarded to Wang Yurong, the of Guozijian. At that time, most people didn't know the value of oracle bones and used it as Chinese medicine longu to grind. Wang Yurong, with his profound knowledge of epigraphy and ancient script, identified them as relics of the Shang dynasty, thus opening the way for the study of oracle bone inscriptions. After Wang Yurong's death, scholar Li Wer bought a large number of oracle bones and continued to collect, eventually owning over 5,000 pieces. In 1903, Li Wer published Tai Yun collection of tortoise shells. It was the first book in China to annotate oracle bones, making oracle bone inscriptions into researchable historical materials. In 1928, Dong Zubin, one of the pioneers of modern Chinese archaeology, presided over the first scientific excavation of Yin ruins, which initiated the systematic archaeological study of oracle. After more than 120 years of research, currently, oracle has been discovered is nearly 4,400. About 1,700 have been deciphered. Among the deciphered oracle bones inscriptions, a son is sick, asking the gods if he could skip school, indicating that there were similar schools at that time. And the first traffic accident in human history, allowing us to see how the Shang people hunted. Through the records of eclipses and oracle bone inscriptions, combined with astronomical deductions, scholars determined that in October 31st, 1161 BCY's day, Otsumi solar eclipse event, proved that the Shang dynasty people have mastered the cycle of eclipses. The context of history became so clear for the first time. Diviners, shamans, recorders, and the providers of oracle bones, their names also appear on each oracle bone inscription. Just like in the infinite darkness. The stars light up one by one. Although the light is very faint. But the dots connect. And outline the vast picture of 3,000 years ago. I like metaphysics not just for its magic. I like the history behind it. I like every character that appears in history. Metaphysics is a way of communication, although each era has different names and usage methods. But as long as you study, you can borrow the eyes of predecessors and see the sights they saw. I'm Luan Yuan. See you next time.